TV shows are highly saturated, as anything inappropriate could get them in trouble, and anything against the viewer's interest could decrease TRP. Here are some of these scenes that did not make it in the reality TV show Married at First Sight. Alyssa's Dilemma. On February 9th, Chris, the former participant of the US season 14, revisited the show's after party as a guest, and he revealed some things that would have been awkward for us as viewers. He opened up about both the on and off camera situations he had to face with Alyssa. She apparently got on the phone with her lawyer as soon as they made their vows, but that was obvious considering that her behavior wasn't as authentic as it should be, with her being reluctant about signing their marriage license and did not even share their phone number with him. And when the day came, Alyssa stood in silence and Chris said, yes. When they were asked if they wanted to be married, she would say, I do, and just stood there. Later, she said that the experts failed in her eyes and she did not think about being with him at all. It was very confusing as she would not say it's done, but she said that she wanted to stay on the show and experience it a little more. Well, they had to share living space, but she absolutely denied it. Well, action speaks louder than words, and it was over the top when she would not even sit next to him and made a product sit between them on the plane. DMs. It was all fine. Maybe she did not like Chris that much and she wasn't feeling him that much, but in the same place after a month on the 9th of March, Lindsay cracked open the case all over again. She revealed that her husband Mark and Lindsay were texting each other after Alyssa made the exit from the series. She did not specify who started the convo, but also said that Mark said that she was checking on Alyssa. I'm glad she did not ask since when, but Mark also added that he wanted to be nice to everyone and he wanted everyone to like him. But they weren't even friends to begin with. But wait a minute, Alyssa did not even give her number to Chris. Something's fishy. But I'm afraid that we will be in the dark for this one, as the production team didn't think that would be interesting for a show. Dominica Calarco. We learned that some of these scenes with Dominica Calarco were cut from the show as they were mean when the dinner party nearly turned into a food fight if the shouting match wasn't enough. Dominica smashed glass when Olivia Fraser said that she was sick of her voice. I guess AirPods are a great invention, but it's still not a good thing to do at a dinner table. But, well, there were a lot of things that weren't shown to us from that reality setup. Not so real anymore, I guess. They say that she was a bully and had some sadistic pleasure belittling other co-stars. The whole scene was portrayed in such a way that in the end Olivia was made Snow White's aunt. Well, reality TV shows and their realities. Domenica and Andrew. Now, the Australian series also hid the fact that she had an itsy bitsy little crush on Andrew, but the cut did not make it to the TVs, and other cast members also confirmed and said that Domenica also confirmed that she had butterflies in her stomach whenever she looked at Andrew. There were a lot of things that were edited out. Poppy Jennings popping out of the show. This one would be the most confusing one in the show. Poppy met an ideal match on the show, and he became her new husband. But turns out they weren't. They were hardly seen interacting, and instead, she would just talk about how she's missing her children. It was for every episode she was on, and maybe finally she broke out of the experiment. Well, Poppy was always upset with Luke, and no one knew why, and Poppy left, and so Luke had to go too. Poppy later said that the reason why she left the show was that she never saw a future with Luke after the first night, which was very intense to the point where Luke had to move out to a different place. Well, the show cannot put the excerpts in jeopardy, so the show made it look like she left for the kids. Reality TV shows, well, it seems like Poppy is looking for serious legal action against the network. Carl Bowyer narrative. Well, I knew where this was going. So, Carly hosts a dating podcast and it's called Finding a Unicorn, and that shows how her expedition has been so far. Finding unicorns. She alleged that the network manipulates the footage to suit their message and make it a bit more fitting to the narrative. Her man Justin wasn't being open and he was rather being non-committal to her. She said that she had to pretend that was why she left the show, but the reality was totally different. The network apparently didn't allow her to talk about it as this would clearly destroy the reputation of the show. Well, reality TV shows, so the actual reason was that everyone was having parties in their rooms, but she was alone and Justin was in someone else's room, and she said that he was there with another lady and he wasn't in any clothes. This prompted the producers to ask her to keep it on the down low. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more and don't forget the bell. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.